Did you actually object to raising the competitive balance tax at any point? If so, what was your rationale?
Yeah, so I'd like to take a moment and address that topic and really set the record straight. As we all know, all 30 major league owners voted 30-0 to approve the collective bargaining agreement, or rather to ratify that agreement. When we ratified that agreement, I think it became very evident that this is an agreement that has an increase in salary for pre-arbitration players. It has a bonus pool that was added for some of our brightest young players, and importantly, it has an increase in the collective bargaining tax threshold. So the evidence is very clear as to how I voted and what I voted for. Anything else, is basically any other controversy around that subject is really just noise that was created, really within a very competitive environment, a tough negotiation, and teams creating noise, for their own gain or their own advantage. So, the evidence is really clear as to what I voted for and how I voted. So, I'll leave it at that. I guess the only other thing I would say is, you look at what Al and his team and what our organization has done during this off season. We've addressed a lot of needs. We have gone out and done exactly what we said we would do, which is fill in our needs for free agency. And when you look at what we've added, I think our club added as much payroll as any club in baseball over the course of this off season. So I think you add it all up, it's pretty clear where I stand on this issue. And my record is very clear in terms of, how I voted and what I voted for. You guys have to sort through, in a competitive environment, what others put out there and why they put it out there to create noise and for their own competitive gain. So I'll leave it at that.
Just to go back to Cody's question to make sure I'm understanding correctly. So you never once voted against raising the CBT?
Never. To be frank, there wasn't a vote before. There's only been one vote through this entire process, and it was 30-0. All owners, including myself, voted for it. Never voted against the CBT tax increase or the threshold, number one. And number two, there wasn't even a vote to be had. So I'll leave it at that. You get in an environment like this where there's a lot of tension and it's a very tough negotiation. You're going to have issues like this. You guys are all really smart. You have to understand there's a lot at play and there's a lot of competing forces. People are going to do what they're going to do. But my record is very, very clear.